It is your boy, Black Ronin, back on at it again. What another banger and fire video for y'all's out here today there, y'all. Welcome on back to the channel. But guys, I gotta cook on this one. I really gotta cook with this one because I don't think I really came across any other content creators that has really talked about this on YouTube. But a lot of Christians get this wrong regarding like attraction. They really do get it wrong, guys. Not all of them, but I said this before in other videos, but there has to be a standard in the church. And this is not the shame, but it's just like, I'm gonna be real with y'all. The most Christ-like thing you can do is eat healthy the best way you can and hit the gym. Doesn't have to be crazy, but at least three times a week, and you'll just see how much stronger spiritually you'll be as a person. And that's really going to separate you from a lot of people. A lot of Christians don't really talk about this. Whenever I walk into a church, I said there is some big problems going on. First thing I see first, we have a lot of overweight people in the church, I notice. And listen, I get it. The church is open for everybody. I'm not here to judge or anything. I'm not trying to come off like the wrong type of way. Do not get it messed up out here. But, there has to be a standard to get people to work towards. Now, I know what y'all going to say. Oh, you're not supposed to be performative. God loves you. Yes, 100%. But at the same time, God also put commandments and things that we are supposed to do as Christians, so we can be as Christ-like as possible. And when you start doing these things, you'll see how more connected you are with God. You'll see how much more better you feel as a person and how much more fulfilled you become as well. And you'll start to understand, not saying it's right, but you'll understand why people in the Bible like King David, Solomon, Abraham, they had a lot of concubines, multiple wives, and all that in the Bible. You'll see why, because guys, it makes so much more sense, but you won't know this until you really start to hit the gym and get more in shape. And also how you're going to protect your family as well if you're not in shape. Then on top of that, woman ain't dumb, guys. A woman, she can look at a man and be like, oh yeah, he has a future and he looks decent too. Yeah, she want her kids to come out with good genes, and can you blame her? And it's not that hard. Even if you don't have the best of best genes, I ain't gonna lie, in the face, I definitely consider myself pretty average in the face, but it is starting to get better over time because I just been eating healthy, been putting the right things in my body, working out. And these things should really be uplifted in the church. I don't really see that in a lot of churches I go to. And also a lot of pastors too. I'm going to be real with you guys. There needs to be a standard with pastors. If you're going to be a pastor, you should not be out of shape. That's just my personal opinion. I just feel like in terms of leading people, this is why celebrities are so influential, super influential, because a lot of them look really good, and that needs to be the standard in the church. Now I get it, like I said before, it's the church is for everybody, but a lot of Christians really drop the ball on this. I should not walk into the church, especially you're trying to find a wife and stuff, and nobody's really working together and be like, hey, there needs to be hey, this is the standard. We get it that you're not there yet, but we want to help you get better. We see that you're out of shape. We see that you're this, and we're not here to shame you. We're here to welcome you with open arms. But listen, this is what we serve here at our at the church. Here's the food. We got healthy options right over here. And we talk about fasting and how you can put it into your daily lives, weekly lives. That needs to really be very, very encouraged in the church. And honestly, you will see a lot more better and healthier marriages, in my personal opinion. Because again, you're getting more Christ-like. That's how Christ wants you to live. He wants you to be healthy. When you're healthy, it shows. It shows with your discipline. It shows with your attitude, your character, your faith. Like, that's the most, like, strongest, most biggest component is your body, your temple. But I walk around, I see so many people walking around and they just don't care about it. And even especially when I walk into church, man, like, I mean, man. Now I get it if you're old. Listen, if you're like 75, 80 years old, I'm not expecting you to, be a decent looking decent looking individual. But if you're in your prime years, come on now. You can't be going out like that. Now I get it, we working is definitely very draining now more than ever. But we got to take some time and not let our bodies and our physical form go away, because that and our spirit is very, very closely knit. A lot of people don't realize that. Like, when you're living very, very carelessly, when you're just eating anything and you're not caring about what you're putting into your body, you're not reading the back of labels, you're not caring about that stuff, it shows, because you're going to be very, very overweight. You're going to be breaking out full of acne because you're not doing the due diligence and research to know what you're putting into your body. And that's very, very important, And if you're a woman doing this, oh man, even better, because that's going to separate you from a bunch of women, like extremely, because I cannot tell y'all how many beautiful women I have met that look so good, but they don't hit the gym. I'm just like, how do you not hit the gym? You a good looking woman and you eat and you have the worst diet. Like, you're going to age poorly. Don't let a woman trick you like that now. If you look at her habits, man, I don't care how good she look. If she's smoking every single day, drinking every single day, and she look good, that girl going to be looking rough by the time she hit. I ain't going to lie, man. It don't take too long. Give it a good 4 years, 5 years, if that. Woman going to be looking pretty rough. Then on top of that, mix that with a lot of the antidepressants a lot of women be on. Yeah, oh man, it's going to age her super fast. So, yeah, be careful with that. But, yeah, man, I just really need to make this video because, that really needs to be the standard, guys, in the church, like healthier habits, because you're that alone will bring you closer to God. Like, that's a very spiritual thing to do, is to eat healthy and hit the gym. And a lot of people don't realize it, including myself at one time, and I was always an active person, but I don't know, it changed as I gotten older, because once I seen my body and how it fell off at one time a few years after high school, and I was like, oh wow, I see the importance of eating healthy and stuff like that. I see my motivation and so much other stuff that just declined. I was like, oh man, I see why you're supposed to be healthy and, active. And it makes a lot of sense. And then when it comes down to women, you're going to put yourself in a position of getting a higher quality partner. Listen, if you're walking around looking like this, you're not about to get no high quality partner. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. Not to say it's impossible, but at the end of the day, I already know what you're leading with. If you looking like this and got a beautiful woman, you leading with your money. I already know. You leading with the money, you're tricking, or you got, what else I was going to say? Now, there are some big dudes who, they very good at speaking to women and keeping her entertained. Now, I will give y'all big dudes that. But other than that, let's be honest, in this day and age, it ain't a lot of dudes that's really good with women. Of all different spectrums on the list, But if you get your body on point, that's a different type of confidence that's going to come out of you. Now, there is a lot that comes with it too, which is why I say it's the most Christ-like thing that you can literally do. If you're in decent shape and look good, you stand out from a lot of different people. Number one, you're going to offend a lot of other men, because when they see that you're decent and attractive, automatically they're thinking, oh man, this dude can walk up and, take my girl, which I'm gonna be real with you. Well, I can't speak for all of us, but I'm not that type of dude to just go steal a person's woman like that. Like that's like, nah, you're not supposed to do that. And I also don't believe in breaking up people's marriages, because that's another thing. Like God don't like adultery, and breaking up people's marriages. But I see why, but I wouldn't know why it happened so much until I got in decent shape and I started to take better care of my body, because the most attention I get is from married women. You can't like that's very, very important that you know that. So yeah, do not let your body fall off as a man or a woman, because that's why honestly I believe a lot of people just go their separate ways. It all starts with the body and the spirit. And if you're living like this, I know your mind and body ain't right. I know your spirit ain't right. And again, that's not to say that, you can't be on the journey. We all are all at different levels, but having that body on point, man, and health, that's going to keep you very, very close to God, man. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, it's very, very spiritual. And when you think about it, why you think it's so much garbage and temptation with food out here meant to destroy us, versus eating simple. And it's very, very easy, guys, to eat healthier. And honestly, I might have to have like a course or something to help people. I don't know, man, but I gotta see more people healthier out here, man. I don't know. It's just a different type of drive you get from it. But yeah, guys, don't be sleeping on this. Do not sleep on your body. It's very, very important. And like I said, don't be using it for bad either, because when you do get a decent body and start looking decent, don't use it for bad, because I know a lot of y'all dudes, y'all gonna be like, oh man, well, I'm getting a bunch of married women coming my way, I'm gonna go knock them down. Nope, you playing a dangerous game. Like you can get, if you mess around the wrong way with sexual sin, like you're gonna speed up your death a lot faster. I hope y'all know that. So be careful with that. I get it, we men, but at the same time, nah, don't go for, if you shouldn't be breaking up people's marriages, like, nah, don't be doing that, because listen, if you a decent looking dude, you already get the most hate as it is, which is why we tend to be the most loneliest out here. And that's for good reason. You can see through people a lot better when you're more in tune with your body and your spirit a lot more easier compared to a person that's not. So you're going to go to places and people that move like you, very similar. There's not many out there, but they're out there. But I just want to make this video, guys, real quick. Let me know what you guys think. It is your boy Black Ronin. I'm curious to hear what all the Christians got to say, because the perception of us, like when you become more attractive, especially as a man, like guys, like it's so crazy, because like the media has really messed up our image. We can all agree on that. And then in America, we're already so divided. And yeah, people already have just the wrong interpretations of us automatically. And for a lot of women, they're not going to date you because they think, oh man, he can get other women, I'm gonna have to compete. So keep that in mind. A lot of dudes don't want to rock with you because they think, dang, this dude gonna steal the show when we bring him around. And let's be honest, especially us people of color, like, come on, y'all. Like, y'all know we like to show out. We gonna show out everywhere that we go. So there's a reason that, people don't want to, like certain dudes don't want to be around us when it come down to women, There's a reason for that. Like, if you look good, like, just understand it's gonna be a lonelier journey out there, but that's the most Christ-like thing you can do, and it makes more sense too. When you look at the Bible, you'd be like, dang, I see why a lot of these people in the Bible, even Jesus, wouldn't do certain things. Like, I understand it more. But y'all wouldn't know this until y'all start intermittent fasting, eating healthy, and hitting the gym. But that's all I gotta say. It's your boy Black Ronin. Like and subscribe, share. Y'all take it easy.